This video is about our trip on the Incline Railroad, and this is the 2 tickets we had. We're here on the Incline Railroad, and there's the track going down. You can see it all the way down. Way down. So here's Larry being brave.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Wow, it goes way up.
Did I?
See it?
Thanks for sitting by me.
Safety of others.
Yeah, this is for Matt.
Seated throughout this trip. I'm going to play a short narration on the radio for you, so I hope y'all enjoy that, and I hope you enjoy your ride on the incline.
The Lookout Mountain Incline Railway, the world's steepest passenger railway and America's most amazing mile. The incline will travel from an altitude of 2,100 feet above sea level at a speed of 600 feet per minute, nearly 1 mile straight down the face of Lookout Mountain to the Chattanooga Valley below. The grade of the track at the steepest point is 72.7%, giving the Lookout Mountain Incline Railway the unique distinction of being the steepest passenger railway in the world. The car in which you are riding was installed in March 1987. Its many windows were designed to offer the most fantastic view of Chattanooga, as well as the colorful foliage and lush vegetation on the mountain. In the spring, thousands of dogwoods bloom. Summer brings out the mountain laurel and rhododendron, and in the fall come the brilliant reds and yellows of the hardwoods. The crisp days of winter offer a view from the incline that is unparalleled in its clarity. The Astrodome roof overhead allows you to see the horizon and surrounding countryside without having to move from your seat. The incline center rail is used by both cars going up and down the mountain. When we enter the passing switch and move past the other car coming up the mountain, we are exactly at the halfway point of our downward trip. As the incline descends historic Lookout Mountain, it will travel through the cities of Lookout Mountain and Chattanooga, as well as Hamilton County and the Chickamauga and Chattanooga National Military Battlefield. Lookout Mountain, which is part of the Appalachian chain, is actually a plateau stretching 83 miles. 3 miles of Lookout Mountain are in Tennessee, 35 miles in Georgia, and 45 in Alabama. For many years, one of our local artists had an arts and crafts show each fall at a place way out of the mountain that she named Plum Nellie, because it was Plum out of Tennessee and Nellie out of Georgia. The first great natural ridgeline visible ahead is Missionary Ridge, where the last part of the Civil War battle for Chattanooga was fought. It was said that when Missionary Ridge fell, this was truly the death blow to the Confederate States of America. Chattanooga was known as the gateway to the South, because it was a major rail center and had natural passes through the mountains. Chattanooga became the staging point of the famous Battle of Atlanta, immortalized in Gone with the Wind. During the Civil War, the hardest fighting for Lookout Mountain occurred at what is now known as Battlefield Park. The Craven's House, which first served as headquarters for the Confederate Army and then the Union Army, all in one day's time, is one of the landmarks in the park. The house was built by Robert Cravens in 1850, and he lived there with his family for nearly 13 peaceful years. However, on November 24, 1863, the first of many cannonballs fired from Union batteries began smashing into and around the house. The long-awaited Union Army attack on Lookout Mountain had begun. On March 3, 1893, the United States government, recognizing the historical significance of the Cravens House, purchased it and the surrounding 85 acres of land. This was soon to be designated Battlefield Park. The park now holds many artifacts of the war, including Parrott guns used by Confederate soldiers, and monuments which stand as silent remembrances to those gallant men from both sides. At Point Park, you can see the New York Peace Monument, which stands 95 feet tall and portrays both a Confederate and Union soldier in a handshake of friendship. As far as is known, this is the only Civil War monument honoring both armies on the same monument. Incline railways have played an important role in the historical development of Lookout Mountain. The first incline was completed in 1887 as a means of travel to the scenic area just below the point atop the mountain. In 1888, Point Hotel, a lavish 4-story inn with an unequaled view, opened to the public at the top of the first incline. The hotel was as splendid as the surrounding scenery, and the ride in the incline was an exciting experience with a trip to the top lasting over an hour. You are now riding in what is known as Incline Number 2. A local man, John T. Crass, envisioned an incline that would be fast and inexpensive. In June 1895, Crass and several other investors applied for a charter, forming the Lookout Mountain Incline and Lula Lake Railway Company. With the help of picks, shovels, dynamite, and about 1,000 workers, the first cars began traveling up and down the mountain on November 16, 1895. Incline number 2 proved to be the answer to the transportation needs of the mountain. In over a century of operation, more than 40 million passenger trips have been taken on the incline. The Incline is a National Historic Site and a National Historic Mechanical Engineering landmark. If time permits, plan a trip to the headquarters of the Chickamauga and Chattanooga National Military Park, where the Battle for Chickamauga took place on September 18th and 19th in 1863. It is considered by many to have been the bloodiest battle of the Civil War, with 34,000 casualties. At the park, there is an audio-visual presentation on the battle. In addition, one of the world's finest shoulder arms collection, the Fuller Gun Collection, valued at over $30 million, is on display at the park headquarters. We hope that you enjoy your ride. While in the area, you may want to visit many of the other beautiful places of interest here on Lookout Mountain. We recommend visiting spectacular Ruby Falls, beautiful Rock City Gardens, Battles for Chattanooga Electric Map and Museum, and the Zipstream Aerial Adventure. In downtown Chattanooga, you can enjoy the Chattanooga Choo Choo, cruising on the Southern Belle Riverboat, exploring the Tennessee Aquarium, the Creative Discovery Museum, and the IMAX Theater. As we reach the lower station, please take your time and enjoy the incline. There are many unique shops and restaurants in historic St. Elmo within easy walking distance. On behalf of all CARTA employees, please have a pleasant stay in Chattanooga. If there's anything we may do to assist you, please let us know.
Yeah.
But we have to get off though.
Why?
Because it says so on the sign.
Huh?
It said so on the sign. We've got to go get off.
Your truck's a minute now. Catch it in the bottom too.
Yeah, same place. And you just go back up. They are putting top down. That's not.
It'd be hot in the summertime.
They have to have you take your time to get to the restaurant and stuff before they pick you back up.
Alrighty, folks, I'd like to ask y'all once more, just please remain seated until this car comes to a complete stop. While you're down here at our lower station today.
Here's the train car. Lookout Mountain Incline Railway. The one we came down and the one we're going to go back up. This is St. Elmo. Burritos and pizza. Lookout Mountain Incline Railway. This is Clump's Ice Cream, where Larry's in there getting some ice cream. I already had white chocolate, covered almonds. It was rich, I couldn't eat it all. People are boarding. Larry's still getting his ice cream. We might have to wait for the next one.
for the incline at an 18-degree angle. Each car is 42 feet long and weighs 12 tons. 2, 1, and a quarter-inch wire cables carry the incline cars up and down the mountain. You should feel more comfortable about your ride, knowing that the cables have a combined strength of 142 tons. The cables are fastened underneath one car, wound around huge drums in the machine room at the top of the mountain, and connected underneath the other car, so that the two cars operate like weights on a pulley. When one car goes up, the other car comes down. The entire cable system is changed every 3 years. Other safety features include an Otis elevator safety governor, which automatically locks the cars down if their speed goes above 10 miles per hour. A giant automatic brake in the incline's machine room, which will lock down the cars in case of a power failure, and manual brakes for use by the operators. In recognition of the incline's historically significant role and unique mechanical design, in 1974, it was designated a National Historic Site by the United States Department of the Interior, and in 1991, a National Historic Mechanical Engineering Landmark by the American Society of Mechanical Engineers. The incline began making history on November 16, 1895, when the car first reached the crest of the mountain. The car was made of wood with open windows that gave the passengers an exhilarating feeling as they traveled up and down the mountain. In the early days, the power was supplied by huge coal-burning steam engines situated in the powerhouse at the crest of the mountain. On each trip, the incline cars would carry coal for use in the boilers in specially designed containers attached to the upper ends of the cars. In 1911, the coal-burning engines were converted to an electrical system. Today, the two 120 horsepower motors, huge drum gears, and other operating machinery which provide power for the cars can be seen in a viewing area at the Lookout Mountain Station. Lookout Mountain is part of the Cumberland Mountains, part of the Appalachian chain, as are the Great Smoky Mountains. Lookout Mountain is the southernmost mountain in the Appalachians. Many of the mountain residents use the incline. Sometimes they're only linked with the top of the mountain when we have ice and snow, which luckily isn't too often. The incline has also been used to transport freight, mail, and school children. As the incline is the fastest method of transportation up and down the mountain, it has been known to help a mother-to-be make it to the hospital on time. There have been several weddings aboard the incline while the cars climb the mountain. As the incline climbs historic Lookout Mountain, it will travel through the cities of Chattanooga and Lookout Mountain, as well as Hamilton County and the Chickamauga and Chattanooga National Military Battlefield. Traveling up the mountain, you'll find that the air gets cooler, since there's an approximate 8-degree temperature difference between the Chattanooga Valley and Lookout Mountain. The grade of the track at the steepest point near the top is 72.7%, giving the incline the unique distinction of being the steepest passenger railway in the world. When we reach the top, visit our observation decks, the highest observation points on Lookout Mountain, for a breathtaking view of the Chattanooga Valley. On a clear day, you can see 6 states. For those of you who enjoy history, plan to visit Point Park, located 3 blocks from the Lookout Mountain Station. Point Park is part of the Chickamauga and Chattanooga Military Park, the nation's oldest and largest national military park. The famous Civil War Battle Above the Clouds was fought at the park in November 1863. The battle took place on a day so rainy, misty, and foggy that many times the soldiers had to withhold their rifle fire for fear of hitting friend rather than foe, thus the name Battle Above the Clouds. Another problem in defending the mountain was that as the soldiers lowered their cannons to fire on the troops coming up from below, the ball would roll out of the cannon barrel. When General Grant was on Lookout Mountain in 1863, it took him nearly 4 hours over very rough roads to reach the top. But as every visitor to the Point area discovers, it's worth the effort. Today, the Incline Railway takes riders almost a mile straight up the face of Lookout Mountain in about 10 minutes. At Point Park, 3 blocks from the Lookout Mountain Station, you too can marvel at the view that General Grant saw of the Tennessee River Valley 1,500 feet below. For unique, computerized, and other displays of Chattanooga's Civil War history, visit the Battles for Chattanooga Electric Mapping Museum across from Point Park. We hope you enjoy your ride on the incline. When you reach the Lookout Mountain Station, take your time and enjoy the shops, observation decks, machine room, and incline photo exhibit. I'm On behalf of all cargo employees, have a nice visit on historic Lookout Mountain. If there's anything we may do to assist you, please let us know.
Even with the wires on the poles.
They wouldn't want to come out there when the storm was coming. We're not halfway yet.
Looks like it just got steeper.
Less spooky in the front. What? Yeah, we passed the other side, didn't we?
I don't know.
I haven't seen it.
It'll still be coming then. It said one came on, one went the other goes to the other side.
Alrighty, folks, I'd like to ask y'all once more, just please remain seated until this car comes to a complete stop.
Maybe we
While
just
you're
didn't
up here
see
at
it.
our top station today, if you'd like to visit Point Park or Battles for Chattanooga Electric Mapping Museum, you just go out the front of our building and it's 3 blocks to your right. Also at our top station, we have 2 observation decks upstairs, machinery room downstairs, a gift shop, snack shop, and a fudge kitchen. Stay as long as you like and have a good time. Our next trip leaving out for anybody going back down to the bottom station will be leaving here in 10 minutes at 12:20.